Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Talk Spa, where the minutes feel like seconds and the conversation never stops. I'm your host, Francis Lukoki, and this is brought to you by Furry Entertainment. Let's go. Yo, here we are. Welcome to the Talk Spa. First ever interview. I have with me Seattle upcoming artist Jaden F.
What's going on, boys?
Very excited to have him here. I've been knowing bro for quite some time now. Like a year ago, me and him did like a project. I'm gonna put the links down low. Yeah, we've been known for quite some time now, so it's pretty fortunate to have him on the podcast and all that. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. So
we did a music video for what? In and Out of Love.
Type of shit. Yeah, that was a while ago, so we went crazy on that. But besides that, man, how's it going, man? How's your day?
Chilling, bro.
How you feeling?
We've been grinding, going harder than ever, bro. Just fucking putting in work day by day, bro.
Type shit. How's your year been so far?
Year? We've been we're in November, so this year has been a fucking blessing. This year has been
It's been crazy.
It's been crazy. Last year was crazy as hell too, but this year was even crazier, and like surprisingly to me too, cause last year I was like, damn, bro, this shit went so crazy. How the fuck are you gonna possibly top this? And we topped it. We definitely fucking topped it by a lot.
You just dropped a project too a couple of months ago, did you?
Yeah. The one called Breathe, I think is what it's called.
Sorry, how was that?
That shit was lit. That was like a little experiment thing. It was just some quick stuff to get out. It's not just because it's quick doesn't mean it's not good, but some quick stuff for the fans to eat on while I'm really cooking up some crazy shit.
Type shit. Well, man, it's an honor to have you over here, man. You're one of the first ever artists on the podcast, on the first platform. So
Yeah. Jaden F in the flesh.
Type shit. Just wanted to bring you on, chop it up, see how it's going. For starters, for those who don't know you, can you introduce yourself, who you are and what you do?
My name is Jaden. I'm an artist. I go by Jaden F. I make music. I make all types of art. I own 2 businesses. The co-owner of Rage Nest, and then co-owner of, I'm 22.
That's
22, co-owner of Rage Nest, co-owner of Zone Seattle. Burnt myself. But I make music. I make art, like I said. I really do anything. I'm trying to get into every single form of creativity.
Type shit.
So yeah, some might know me just as being a human. Some people might know me through music. Some people might know me as their friend, their brother.
Not for real.
Their fucking, what is it, goddad, everything, whatever it may be, their uncle.
I heard you mention Seattle. What part of Seattle are you from, or what part did you start?
I'm actually from Tacoma and Olympia, but I moved out to Seattle because it's the big city. It's our Big Apple. That's what it is. It's the Washington's Big Apple.
Type of shit.
But I came to Seattle just obviously for more exposure, more everything. It's bigger, better, faster. Not better, but bigger, faster. Everything.
Have you been around? Have you traveled around Seattle, or has Tacoma just been like your backyard and all that?
No, I definitely have traveled around. Even when we weren't for the longest time when we fucking before we got like this building that we are in, which is the Zone.
It's a crazy studio too. I'm gonna drop some clips of it. This is a crazy studio. My first time here.
We're at the studio. We're at the shop. We're at the Zone. If you know, you know. But before we had this, bro, we were in Seattle every day in and day out, all the nights. Whether we're at our homie's crib, whether we're just in the streets making plays, making music, not plays like that, but just in Seattle. Right. So I've really been all around it. But
that's what's up.
Yeah. Now we're just here.
I didn't realize it. Like one of my photographers told me, like depending on where you are in Seattle, you can network and meet a lot of the cool people. So.
Absolutely,
Seattle's
definitely a tapped-in place.
Area.
Everyone's trying to eat out of Seattle now too, which is good. You see a lot of people.
Everybody's trying to move here.
Yeah, move here, do shows here, get it a part of there. It's good. That's what it's for.
Also, how would you describe your childhood?
My childhood.
Your upbringing.
Fuck. That's a good question. My childhood was very good. I mean, I feel like it was amazing.
That's good.
I had a mom and a dad, obviously, like we all do. Nah, I mean. Shout out to my dad, but nah, he wasn't in my life. It was really my mom. My mom held it down. Shout out my mom. Shout out my 2 sisters. I was born in 2002 in California, and then my mom moved out to Washington, and I grew up in Tacoma up until high school time, and then during high school I moved out to Olympia. I was just doing too much bad shit, getting in fights.
So you're originally from Cali?
I mean, I was born in Cali, yeah.
That's dope.
But and my family's all from California and shit. Salinas, California, Monterey and stuff, but. staying in Tacoma. I wasn't a bad kid, but I was definitely like, you know, I didn't have my dad in my life and was always like fighting and shit like that and just getting in trouble. So like I ended up just getting moved out at a young age because I was, you know, got in too many fights, got kicked out. So moved to Olympia. And my childhood was dope. My mom always did the best she could and provided for us, and I was always, you know, felt like I was at least better off and stuff. And
any siblings? Any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I got two sisters. My sister Leonie, my sister Juliana, and then I got a little brother Cameron, and a little sister named Aaliyah.
Oh, you have a big family.
And I got two older brothers and sisters that I haven't really like had a real relationship with, but Island and Steven, those are my two older siblings.
I want to know, was there any specific moments or experience in your life that shaped you to become who you are right now? Like growing up, like is there any specific moments like?
Any specific moments that shaped me to be right? Yeah, absolutely, bro.
No, bro.
There's a lot of stuff I went through. Anyone that's close to me knows. I don't think I've ever shared it on camera. I've shared it a lot to like my people and stuff.
You don't have to. You don't.
No,
have
I will for sure, because it's for the people. Anyone that's watching this is my family now, because look where we're at now. You know, we're in a way different spot. But so what? Like 2000 and like fucking, I'd say like 16, 17. My mom, she was never knew nothing. She didn't do nothing wrong, but she ended up losing her house. You know, so me and my sisters and my mom and stuff, we ended up being homeless, staying in like. Everywhere. I'm gonna put my mom's business out there because she's better now. We're all better. You feel me? We're all living, so nothing to be embarrassed about. But you feel me? Living in the homeless shelters, staying in cars and shit, like just down bad. Like, and this is like the downest, worst time, down bad of my life, bro. Like, you know, just holding on.
You said this was Olympia?
Yeah, this was like when I was in high school, so I was out in Olympia, and no one really knew. I didn't tell nobody. I was embarrassed. It wasn't that I was like, it was just embarrassing. Shit, who the fuck at school wants to be getting like, you feel me, called to the office for like backpack fucking shit, and you know, like shit like that.
Too,
you know, yeah, and me too. Like I'm still that nigga. You know what I mean? Like I still got every designer on and shit. Like you couldn't even tell I was homeless and stuff, but I'm going through it. You feel me?
Oh, so your mom make sure you look good. Like
nah, I mean, I did. At that age, I felt like any young man. Check what's going on there.
There's people in the spot.
Just help them out. Fucking what was it? You said, oh yeah. So yeah, I feel like any young like man or any really young boy trying to get it.
We good?
Yeah, you're good.
My bad. I said that. You said
We'll do the clap thing if you want.
Oh, you want to do the thing?
So we know where we're at.
Oh, you know how to do that?
Take.
So you said during your upbringing, there was like a pretty rough time that you and your family had to live in cars. But you said even though all that during school, you made sure you were presentable.
Yeah.
Was that your mom or was that yourself making sure that you were presentable? You know.
I mean, it was both. My mom fucking was a rock star. Shit, my mom gave me really like.
Hey, shout out to the moms out there.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to the moms and shout out to my mom and shout out to all that. But at the same time, like it wasn't my mom's fucking job to put me in designer. You know, my mom's job was just to, and like even when my mom wasn't technically doing good at her job, you know, I understood that I'm 17, 16. I'm capable of you know, so I got by. But like I said, like if I wanted a Ferragamo belt, I got that. If I wanted anything, I got that. Like I still swagged out. Anyone that knew me knows I was swagged the fuck out because. Like I said, even if you got a house, you still trading shoes with the homies. You're still trading drip. That's just part of the growing up experience. So, like I made sure not to let it stunt me. Like if anything, I'm so grateful for everything that I'll get to it, and I'm grateful as fuck for that's where I'm at now. You feel me? But like going through that shit, I didn't let it like rob me from like personal experiences. If anything, nigga, I lived more free. You feel me?
You're pretty confident.
Yeah. It was fucked up because like my situations were fucked up. Like I was really down on my ass and I was depressed, all that shit. Don't get me wrong, but like I still like got to like if anything, I had more freedom than a lot of the young kids at my age. Like you feel me with bedtimes and shit. Like it was sucked because I don't have nowhere to go. But like you feel me at the same time, like I'm 17, I get to like party and do all these things and experience shit and. You know, do fucking try something on a Wednesday or something. You know, like so like my life, it grew me into where I'm at now, bro.
That's good.
And like shit, we're out of those down moments. You feel me? That was like 6 years of homelessness.
So you said speaking of school, how were you in school? Like how was your school? I mean, how were you in school?
Shit, school, bro.
How was school for you?
I was like, shit.
You go there for sports? Were you there for the bitches?
I went to school for, Honestly, it was weird. I mean, of course, I went to school like every other nigga did for just because I had to.
Type shit.
And then I also went because like the girls and like, you feel me, like just to look fly and shit. But like it got to a point where like obviously I was going through so much shit in my life, but it wasn't even that was making me even skip and shit. It was just like, fuck it, bro. I stopped going to school, bro. Not only was I homeless, but I'm like, nigga, I'm smoking weed in the parking lot. I'm going to the parks and we're drinking and shit. Like, you know, I'm not even fucking caring about school. So like, not to flex it or anything. That was just me, like, and it wasn't like I was a bad kid or I was dumb or anything. Like, when I went to school, people liked me. I was cool. I was nice. My teachers liked me, but they would always be like, this nigga doesn't try. He doesn't like do shit. And then not only that, they didn't even really realize that I don't got no, you know what I mean, fucking house to go back and work for. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro. As far as school, I didn't really get the best of grades, but I passed. I graduated high school, and I encourage everyone to graduate high school. I don't doubt you.
Stay in school, yeah.
But definitely graduate if you can.
Did you play any sports growing up, or was music like your main goal growing up? Like your main attraction?
I definitely played sports. I played every sport: basketball, football, soccer, baseball, all that. But when I got to high school, the only sports I really played was like basketball and like football. And I could have been good at it, and I was good at it, but I wasn't the best, you know. And even if I was really good, I didn't feel like I was the best, cause, you know, like. And I feel like and people might say it's cocky or whatever, but it's confidence. Whatever you feel like, cause I looked at myself at 17 like, nigga, I love this shit, but what am I gonna do with this in 4 years? And I didn't have that confidence enough into me to be like, I'm the best at this.
You done like that in high school, like 4 years down, 5 years?
Yeah, hell yeah. And so I was like, obviously not, but at the same time, yeah. Like with whatever I was doing, at least, like, yeah, I want to be the best at it. I don't want to just be fucking like, you know, just doing it to do it. So like, and music had always been heavy into me, and I had some huge inspiration. So like around that time, like I picked up a mic and shout out Tommy, because I started making music in like, this is one of the little Asian homies' houses, in his closet, bro, on the ground with a MacBook and a USB mic.
Oh, from the bottom.
Yeah, and I would just lay on the ground for like a year or two and just record all my shit on that, and I just like drop.
I kind of remember like kind of like the Migos, how they kind of started. Like, in the closet and shit.
Exactly, the real deal. Just in the closet and like drop my shit on SoundCloud, and like this is back when SoundCloud picked up. You know,
I remember SoundCloud. Oh yeah, a lot of people. I think like around 2016, 17, a lot of people were getting picked up by SoundCloud, like Lil Pump.
Yeah.
I think. You know, search. But that's pretty dope. Growing up, who were like one of your biggest influences?
Growing up, or just like music-wise, or just like
as a kid, music-wise combined?
Shit, dude, life. I took inspiration from everything. As all good creators do. Like, it didn't even, like, I was fucking be sitting there watching the X Factor or some shit with my mom, bro, and see some person I'm like, yeah, this that shit, and then I just like get fixated on that person's like cover art or cover song. You feel me? So really just everything, but like as like. When it comes to like general shit, like
it was like that one, like a big, like wow, okay, like let's start with
like music, like obviously like Michael Jackson and shit. Michael Jackson was like definitely like one of my first vivid memories of music when I was a kid.
My dad loves Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, Boyz II Men.
Whoa. My dad listens to Boyz. My dad loves Boyz.
Yeah, Boyz II Men, Usher, fucking
Usher.
All that, like, you know, growing up 2000s like R&B shit. A lot of stuff like that. Red Hot Chili Peppers, like a lot of just variety of spans of stuff. Cause my mom had also at one point was dating like one of my stepdads was straight from Africa, so like I was listening to literally everything, bro. I swear to God, he's straight from Africa. He's from Burkina Faso and the Ivory Coast.
Wow. Like
he was in the Ivorian War. This nigga, all types of shit.
Real deal.
Real deal. He had bullet wounds and holes and all types of shit. His name is John Mark. His name is John Mark.
John Mark?
I probably shouldn't be just dropping niggas' legal names.
It's don't worry. That's crazy.
Shit.
What first got you into music? I see you got that shit on. What made you focus on music and not fashion?
Music and not fashion.
And what first got you into music?
Well, both. I focused on both, but fashion, shit, it all went hand in hand. Like hearing shit, growing up in 2017, 2016, bro, being a bro, if you were in high school, and like you were early young kid in high school, like 2016, 2017, 2018 even, bro, like how the fuck could you not be like, what, bro? You see a whole new shift. You're seeing all these new artists, Trippie Redd X, all these people and shit, and then like seeing a lot of artists that were even my age starting to come up at the time because I was like 17, you feel me, and seeing like that it was possible was like, damn, okay, like that's what was gonna make me start doing it.
Not for real.
But then I was actually really good at it because it was like a part of me. Like that shit was just so natural, so easy to me, and like I was like, yeah, this is it. And people were like super fascinated by it, so I just continued it.
That's what's up. The thing I like about you, when I first started listening to your music, you kind of feel like you had like your own like unique kind of sound, like you kind of play with it.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what kind of artists inspired you to kind of get into like kind of wave, because it feels like you definitely have fun, like, you know.
Juice WRLD and X. It sounds so typical, but really that, like, I've been listening to, obviously I'm 22 right now, so like.
Yeah, they're young too.
Yeah, so like I was born in 2002, bro, so I was listening to obviously like all the old shit too, and I love it, but it wasn't until I heard like shit like that, or like people like X and stuff, that I was like, what the fuck, I've never, or Kanye too, but you know, like Kanye and Pharrell.
I fuck with, bro, when I first heard X, bro, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I actually like started, you know, being a little bit open-minded about it. And I was like, okay, this game's, I don't know. It's always good to have fun with it, but you know, some people are kind of like, oh, this is not music.
Yeah, some people don't, because there's like a line to draw, but I feel like at some point, I feel like that's a right and wrong question. Like, this isn't music, because some things aren't music, they're just art. They're just some things are just like or just musical pictures and shit. Sometimes it doesn't even, it's not gonna sound like a song. It's just gonna sound like some fucking sounds.
I know. Kind of remembers like Young Thug when he like makes some sounds and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We having fun with it. I want to know, when you're not listening to like, you know, your kind of style or genre, what are other type of genre music that you gravitate towards? When you're just, you know, hanging by, what other genre do you dabble in?
Everything. Let me go through my Spotify and check. I'll be listening to like, let's see, like, how would you play like?
You be bumping this? I remember the song. It's oldies. It's classic.
We won't get copyrighted, but shit like that, type shit. Fucking shit like this, like Warren G.
Oh, so you like to be versatile, huh? You don't
Dude, everything. I'll be listening to this. Who remembers this song?
I try to be versatile too. I don't know what I do. I remember this song.
You know, I'll be listening to everything, bro. So, literally, that's I listened. See, YG just popped up.
Type shit.
It went from that to YG. I listened to literally everything, bro.
How long have you been making music, and at what point did you decide to take it like more seriously and focus on it?
Ooh, I started making music when I was a junior in high school. So 16 turning 17 or 17.
Sounds about right.
So what? That's 5, almost 6 years now. And when I started taking it serious was when, shout out my mom, she blessed me with my own studio equipment, and that was like. That was the new year. That was right after COVID. So that was January 1st, 2021. That I would say that I started taking this like very serious. Like, this is gonna be what I really do, because now I have access to do it and I have no fucking excuse not to. So that's what. So January. And what are we? 4 years.
We're going to 2025, boy.
Oh fuck.
November
right 4 years in.
2 months.
Since I had that fucking. Since like, shout out my mom.
Shout out mom goes. So we're in your studio right now, in the area. I want to know, walk us through your like creative process. Like, what, how do you approach making a song? Like, what do you need like in the studio to make a hit? Because there's some artists who
they need something to record,
or like who like need like their group, you know, need alcohol. Like, walk us through your creative process.
What do you think? Cart? What do you think that I would need?
Yeah, bro, in the back.
I'm gonna
interview later. I'm gonna interview too.
Definitely some weed for sure. Some weed and like I don't really like have a set like thing that I do or like any type of shit that I need. Like it's just like I've recorded like I record so many. I've recorded in a car.
How long does it take you to make music? How long will it take you to make a song from start to finish?
Like 7 minutes.
Really?
Like 7, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. Let's 10 minutes. Let's just say 10.
Are you a writer or you're a freestyler?
Freestyle.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, I always thought freestyle will always be hard a little bit. I always respect people who can freestyle.
No, it's just punching in and just whatever comes up the head. Last time I wrote was when I was in high school. You start off writing? Like, yeah, I started off writing. Because like, and like shout out if you're watching this interview and you like shout out Neo O'Brien and like Jeremiah Johnson and shit like that from high school, and like Beth Bilal, that's my fucking English teacher. Shout out fucking what's his name? Mortallero.
Your English teacher your English teacher got you into making music?
No, but they supported me because they knew that like
respect.
they would see me come to school and like smell like weed and fucking just like be that one kid. Not bad, but just like, you know.
You're not really from school.
Just not. And then, but they would tell me like more, shout out Mortallero, bro. You fucking looked me in my eyes when I was like making music and you're like, cause I used to like write. You asked me why I started writing, so I was writing. And I was that nigga in class writing and shit. And I'd be like, yeah, rapping my shit out loud with my fucking headphones in class, nigga, while niggas were doing their schoolwork. I'm like, yeah, I'm on that P shit, motherfucker on that G shit. Like,
that's crazy.
In class screaming shit. But niggas in my class would be like, come over and like I'd be like this. I'd have a MacBook or not MacBook, a little
like
notes, and my niggas would come over and they'd be like, nigga, this shit's tough. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
You're out here writing. This shit's tough, bro. You're gonna go far and shit. And I'd just be like, yeah, bro, and I just keep rapping and shit. And then I'd get to like my math class, and he would always like. Every day I was like, you know, we had our, you know, high school, you got your fucking, where you sit in your class.
Assigned seat?
Yeah, assigned seat. So I go to sit my assigned seat, nigga, by the 13th minute, I'm fucking moved already, because this nigga, he's a cool nigga. He'd be like, can I have you sit in the front? And every day, he wouldn't even make me start off at the front. He would just let me chill, see if I fuck up, and then be like, can you just sit to the front? And I'd go to the front and still fuck up. Like, not on purpose, but I'm just headphones in, like, yeah. Not doing my work at all, just literally, and he just seemed like this kid is passionate and locked in on this.
He's not where he needs to be.
He's not where he needs to be, but he didn't ever like get me in trouble. He never kicked me out, bro. Ever, bro. And I was so bad. He looked me in my face and he was like, you ever thought about like shows or like how like making money off this shit or something? And I was just like, nah, but shit, I probably will though.
So he wasn't
like,
mad, he was kind of supportive.
No, yeah, and I didn't even really realize at the time. I was like, nah, bro, you're focused on the wrong fucking thing, nigga. I'm trying to make music, bro. And he's like talking about shows and money and shit. And I'm like, and like shit like that. But then now you already know. Now I own a performance company, and
that's crazy.
And I
you gotta believe in yourself,
shows.
bro.
It's just nuts, bro.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. But yeah, bro, that's where it started off writing and shit. And cause I had to, you know, cause I'm going to my homie's house after, and I need to like really have some shit to like record, and not just fucking.
Yeah.
But then I was also homeless too, so it's also good for me because I get to record and not fucking, you feel me, just chill outside after school and shit. So I get some music done.
Speaking of recording, what's the most challenging part of creating for you, and what's the most part you enjoy?
The most hard thing is like, I guess, finding like a vibe, finding a beat, and like really just finding some shit, creating some, like finding something to just create off of, because everything's from scratch, everything comes from nothing. So being able to get them juices going is the hardest part. But like the easiest, you said the easiest?
Yeah, what's the part that you most enjoy?
The part that I most enjoy is just like when you get in that mode and you're really just like, oh, nigga, this shit's tough. And you
Not for real.
You're just like, you know you have one, you just keep going. It just flows like that, like easy. And then you play it and it hits, and yeah, that's my favorite shit. But usually the songs that bang are the songs that I don't even really like the most, but that's what a lot of people like.
How do you handle creative blocks?
Shit. Fucking turn the laptop off and fucking walk away and just
tell myself. I've been watching videos and shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Going on walks and stuff.
It's just like
walking help a lot.
It's frustrating, and then you know that feeling that everyone feels when they're just like, you want to explode, then just do it, nigga. Explode. Don't break your shit, obviously, but just turn the fucking laptop off, say fuck this shit, bro, and walk the fuck away, because it's not that important, bro. If it will come, it's supposed to be creative and like fun. It's not supposed to be stressful. So as soon as that happens, bro, walk away.
Do you used to be hard on yourself when you first started making music, or were you pretty?
I still am, bro. I still am, bro. That shit, being hard on myself all the time, bro. But I think it's definitely worth it.
No, for real. What's the most memorable moment in your career? Performing, people listen to your songs.
Bro, there's been so many fucking memorable moments.
It's awesome.
God, it's hard too, because I don't want to skip over shit, because then I remember shit later in the interview. I'm like, fuck, that was something that was fun too.
No, I'd be like that.
Dude, I don't know, dude. Like, we performed with the Seahawks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Performed with the Seahawks, like a red carpet event, like fucking.
That's crazy.
At like a fucking magazine thing, up on a steakhouse, on like the 31st floor.
How do you get tapped in with that? Do you have like a pretty good manager?
I manage myself, but just like, I give it to God, bro, putting me in the right places at the right time, bro, just being there. You know, like I be certain places and I just meet people, and I also work hard, so I feel like a lot of people can just feel the energy. Like when they see something that, like, oh, he's creative, or oh, his music's good, they're like, I want to work with him, and thanks to God they do. Like,
that's good. Yeah, it takes time, you know. I used to be like that too.
Just like connections, meeting people, mutual, but
you gotta be consistent.
That, and then fucking, what else did I performed with like Dom Corleo. I brought out Low Candy Paint, and Highway.
Oh, Highway. And he was from Seattle.
Yeah, that's the homie. I'm not really the homie, but I've talked to him a couple times and shit. He's cool. Fucking, I did like 24 shows in 2023, and then just like hella this year. Opening up my own fucking creative space.
How long have you been performing for? 2023?
Since September 3rd of 2022.
So like 3 years, a little bit?
2 years.
2 years? 3 years?
2 years. Just turned 2 years in September.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about performing? Is it the...
It's just being... yeah. It's just... Yeah, bro. It's just... It's everything.
Always the crowd. I always touch
everything.
People,
it's just like the whole thing of it. It used to be different for me, bro. I used to wake up. It was like my... And shout out to the kids that still feel that. It was like the wake up, fucking base your whole day around it, get there early, go shopping in the area and shit. But like... I've done so many that it's really just like work. It actually is work now. Like it's genuine work, and it's not that I complain or don't like it. I love that shit, but it's like.
Have you always been a performer? Like have you always?
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
That's
like,
good.
So in a certain way, not really. Like I'm always shy. I never fucking was a really performer. I never had a problem being in front of camera. I still have like social anxiety, but not like that. Like I don't know, it's different.
I'd be tripping out too.
It really just depends, but like. That shit was natural for me, and it always is, and so like that's why I found a home in it, and so that's just my shit. But like I said, it's a job now, so I make sure that I actually take it serious. You feel me? I make sure that I'm eating, or I try to. I really don't, but I try to. Or
I feel every business to be on the road.
You know what I mean?
What are some, and how have you faced obstacles in the industry? Like is it like
dude, people.
For real.
People and egos.
How do you overcome that? Like how do you like stay focused?
Being if you know you got what you got, bro, you don't need to fucking tell everybody. You don't need to be, it doesn't need to be the first thing you mention when you fucking speak to someone. You don't gotta show all your accomplishments, bro.
I mean, I feel like that's one of like the hardest thing when it comes to networking, you know?
It's just fucking annoying, bro. Like the people that are good at what they do, they let it speak for themselves.
Yeah,
when you meet someone, you don't go, oh, I'm this person, I do that. When they meet you and if they fuck with your stuff, then they like your stuff and they support you and you have a mutual connection, or they might be like, oh, I've seen you before, whatever it may be, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of people off rip when they meet someone, or like anything, it's just like a battle of like who's cooler, and it's not what the fuck it's about at all. So like that's been the number one issue. That's a number one suggestion to artists too. Don't do that. But yeah, bro, that right there, it's not been a problem. Like I can overcome it. It's definitely been irritable, but like. I'd say problems have been just like, how do you make this your life? You know, I haven't worked a real job since for like 2.5 years.
Wow.
But I wasn't like, oh, I was just had it like that, bro. I had to be down on my dick for like 1.5 years, broke as fuck.
Sounds about right.
Nigga, broke as fuck, bro. Like $20 in the gas tank, not even, sometimes 5, nigga. Sometimes 5, bro. And I'm not ashamed of it either, because now I'm living better than ever because I stuck to my fucking dream, you know? Like, there's nothing to be ashamed about, bro. Even when I went out and popped out with $4 in my pocket and shit, I didn't pop out and kick it like I was rich. I just was invited somewhere or something, and I was living better than a lot of people that had fucking hella money in their pockets, just based off of pure work and talent, or just like face card and stuff, or just respect, or people, you know? That, it's like, it's not about what you have, it's about who you are and what you're going for and shit. So like, yeah, bro, like that was a huge struggle and a different, like a what do you call it, like a
block.
Yeah, it was like, how do I make a living off this for myself, but how do I also not make this all about money and make this about like, how do I get my next paycheck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely a roadblock, for sure. How has the industry changed since you started? Do you feel like it's easier to get recognized?
Oh, hell yeah. It's both. It goes both ways. It's like easier. Now? It's easier and harder. It depends. Everyone could blow up. It's just, what do you want to be? What do you want to do?
I heard you mention SoundCloud a little bit earlier. I know. Yeah. I feel like it's a little bit harder now, but I feel like it's a little bit 50-50.
It's harder now, but it's easier. It's like, I mean, back then it was easier because you didn't have to fucking put on a facade. Everyone just got to be them. there was the tattoos and the hair dye, okay, all that, but like that was what people wanted to do, and they just so happened to blow up. Now people took it to an extent where if you want to blow up, go do this and it'll happen, instead of just having good music. So that's the difference. Like it's easier to blow up now, but it's like for the real artists it's hard because they don't want to get on, you know, these apps and do certain things that embarrass themselves just for some likes, you know.
For real.
They just want to make good music, and so it sucks for a lot of artists because they don't have that outlet, or they don't want to build that outlet. And for a lot of artists too, they fucking build that outlet, or they get that they get that one song on TikTok that hits 400,000 or some shit, and then it's hard to pick that back up.
Yeah, TikTok will blow you up, bro.
And then it's hard after though to keep that shit going if you
one hit wonders and shit.
Yeah, it just goes both ways.
Since you started making music, how has your perspective on life changed? Like life, fame, money, success?
Dude, if you guys really want to know my real perspective in the raw one, not the one I'm about to just tell you, because I'm gonna tell you guys.
Yeah, you've been doing your thing for a while.
I'm gonna tell you guys the me now. Like I can only say like me, like how I've been living and shit.
For sure.
But the Jaden F from like fucking 3 years ago that was telling you how he was living in his perspective, because you said how's my perspective changed, right?
Yeah, I have a question to ask you about that too. Younger you, but go on.
Yeah, that guy will tell you. There's another interview out there. Watch it after this one. It's an old ass one, and you guys can compare myself.
Send me a link. I'll put the link in the bottom.
Yeah, it's an old Jaden F interview.
Damn.
Before we got to where we're at now, but my perspective on life for me now has changed on like understanding that like you don't gotta jump on every opportunity just because it's in front of your face, and like take things one day at a time, and that like things fucking drastically change in like this amount of time, but it feels like it's forever. Like a month goes by either long as fuck or short as fuck, but in that time frame, so much shit happens, bro. And you look back and you're like, damn. Like right now, I'm looking at October, like, nigga, that shit was fucking crazy. That shit was lit. We're in fucking November now, about to be in December, and I'm thinking about like, think about how you were feeling just like a month ago.
Speaking of younger, older Jaden self, what are some advice you would give your younger self?
I would give my younger self now. My younger self now, I would give myself would be. Some advice I would give my younger self now would be to keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're gonna do everything and way more crazier shit than you ever could have fucking dreamed, and it's not gonna feel as crazy as you thought it was going to feel. But people are gonna fucking look up to you, and you're gonna have a lot of shit that on your shoulders, because you gotta fucking be able to provide for people. But it's the best thing ever, bro. Just keep going, dude. That. Just keep going.
Are there any value or principles you stuck with you growing up, going into the music industry, or like?
Yeah.
Give me 5.
I told myself, I'm not gonna doubt people or blame people for doing drugs, because I was doing all that shit. But when I got to going into the music industry, I said no drugs. Other than weed and shit, no drugs for myself personally.
So don't judge. What is that? Don't judge a book by its cover. Or...
No drugs. No drugs.
Oh, okay.
For me, when I got into the music, I said no drugs, because I knew that like drugs are fun, cool, whatever, but they will ruin you if you're going into this fucked up industry.
Bro, growing up, I didn't realize how like serious drugs was, bro. Mm-hmm. I always thought when they say like don't do drugs, like like bro, drugs, bro. Mm-hmm. Yo, drugs will really fuck you up.
They will fuck you up, bro. Especially if you're in a demonic industry or any industry, you know.
It's scary, dog.
It's just, that's what I told myself. I said, if I want to be able to have full control over what I'm doing, don't be off drugs.
What's one?
Another principle, you said principles, right?
Yeah, value principle. You held on.
Keep God in my life.
I like that one.
Always provide for my mom and my family. Put my mom and my family before myself.
That's good.
Make sure to never go back to my fucking past. Never go back to being homeless or going back to where I was ever again.
That is pretty scary.
Make sure to be a leader for everyone and like change the world and actually plant seeds into people's minds that listen to me or follow me.
That's crazy.
And then that was 5, right?
That's 5. Yeah, you can keep going though.
Yeah, that was probably pretty much it.
The battery's on?
I gotta restart.
Oh, thank you, bro. You're good. Thank you.
This one just died out too.
Bet, so we'll restart it. Tell Jules he can come in here so he's not just sitting.
You're good.